Yeah, singa move on ma for now.
Eh?
Singa move on ma.
Okay, all right. Now singena kwi summative angithi.
Yes.
Roll. Okay. Good project, it's role play. You are going to conduct a role play which covers the whole moderation process. Use the tasks that follow as guidelines. Abantu days, I think I had her talking about you know, I'm a parties involved. It's a moderator, assessor, or learner, or and a training provider. Have you done that one? Now, I think what falls back to your mock evidence.
Yes, she did say that this refers to the mock evidence which we did with those assessor decisions from 1 to 6.
I think it refers back to your mock evidence.
Yes, she did say that.
Okay, so now, I can part the other things and discuss a little thing and discuss more.
Yes.
Yes, it's part of that.
Okay, now we move over. I'm just checking you are okay with everything.
Yeah.
Now we've done the plan and preparation for moderation. I think that was discussed yesterday. So for you, just to make sure you define the scope of the moderation, you conduct a meeting with the assessor, develop the moderation plan, prepare the templates for following documents, all those things. I think it's part of all those other documents at the back.
Yes, it's part.
Yes, that's the one.
So we are fine. Can we move over? I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Yes, we can move over.
Yeah. Then conduct moderation. That's what when you do. I think that one we've discussed as well. Check and comment on the assessment instrument used, confirming special needs of the learners were not compromised, verify the assessment detail, process evidence. When we were doing that thing, we were also talking about it.
Yes, on the moderation plan.
Okay, so I'm moving over.
Yes, you can move across.
Advise and support assessors. Right.
Advise and support the assessors.
Remember, I think at the end, whereby we say now, an assessor has to be given feedback. I think it was something towards the end. Can I go back and access it? Those documents. What time do you normally have your tea?
Around 10 past 10.
Past 10. Okay. What time would you like to go for tea?
It's only 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, what time would you, I don't know, what time do you normally go for tea? 10:30?
We can do 10:15 for today. I don't know what others say.
No, that's fine with me, Amanda.
So 10:15 to 10:30 would be our tea break.
Yes.
That's fine.
All right, I'm trying to actually go to my, you know, how when there's load shedding, your mind just goes berserk because you're thinking of certain things that you want to do. And the next thing, there goes the lights and you become disorientated. Okay, I want to look at ETK report. ETK moderation report, have you guys looked at it? It's not a difficult thing. I don't know if have you looked at it? It's just questions, you just answer there.
Yes, we did with Mom Daisy yesterday.
Okay, all right, it's fine. So that one you are okay with it as well?
100% for now.
Yeah, I like them now thing. Hey, this now thing. Oh yes, Charity, terrible. I'm just going through that whole document. Because those are the things there. Validation of assessor and candidates, they are there. It's the form that we were discussing yesterday. and then you're giving your comments, your candidate validation, it's there. If those things are actually filled in, and at the end, as long as you know that you are going to give in your moderation decisions and your comments, that's whatever. Comparative moderation results, it forms part of everything on those case studies. Let me see. Go down. Moderation report, I could like when I did stay, it's part of those 18 documents, 18-page document. I think it's 18-page, eh? Post moderation, preparation. Remember, we spoke about preparing the learner for your learner now is the assessor for moderation. We go down. Just bear with me. My thing is just, I'm using an old Godongo laptop. Okay, let's see. Why don't I see the report? Hold on a second. Assessment. Bear with me, ne?
All right.
Did they give you this the checklist in terms of what what needs to be part of your POE? Were you given a checklist?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but
I think we're gonna get that when we are done with the Zoom meetings, because we're so busy and focused with the POEs and the the summative evaluations. We haven't been.
What's the paper, the document I'm talking about? It says it's written candidate moderator POE evidence checklist, role play 1. You must have an assessor decision. 2, plan and prepare for moderation. And then under it says moderation scope, observation checklist, moderation plan, moderation questionnaire, structured interview sheet, moderation report. Then you conduct moderation. It's and then it lists and lists.
Are we supposed to have that list, Ma'am Bridget?
It's a list that helps you to make sure that everything.
If possible, can we please be forwarded it? Maybe we have it in one of the documents we haven't noticed, but if we could just have a soft copy, just to be on the safe side.
If you've accessed possibly your documents on, did you get your information, your booklets or your workbooks on SharePoint or on Google?
We came by the office.
Oh,
majority of us have the hard copy.
we have the hard copy,
okay.
Ma'am.
All right.
I just checked on the file. There's no checklist here.
There's nothing. Okay.
No.
Please give me, Charity, just give me your email address quickly. I'll just write it down. Charity Tomakawen.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I didn't see I'm muted. It's charity@gmls.co.za.
Charity@gmls.co.za. Charity@gmls.co.za.
Yes.
Amanda?
It's nomangwane@gmail.com. NOMANGWANEA@gmail.com. All small letters.
I mean NOMANGWANE.
A for Amanda at the end.
Or A.
nomangwane@gmail. One word.
We have Ilento, the guy here, Nomangwane. So
a guy.
Yeah, related la it's amangwane, yet not no mangwane, amangwane.
Yes, ngaba amangwane yena, yes.
Okay.
No,
Female.
mine's for girls.
Okay, Togozile.
It's Togo at nsattorneys.co.za.
Togo at
NS attorneys, N for Nelly, S for sugar, attorneys.co.za.
Wonderful. Okay, today at least it will help you in terms of knowing what information and or evidence that needs to be part of your clip, or your POE. I will to you.
And they also promised to let us have the recordings.
Oh yes, yes.
Of the sessions.
Ashley will sort that out. Ashley? Masintla, are you there? I know she's supposed to be attending another meeting from a CETA, FP and MCETA, so I'm not so sure if she can hear me. But yes, we spoke about that. That download and send to you guys. She will do that. Okay.
Mom Bridget, do you perhaps know how is she sending them? Is she sending them via a link?
Bridget, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Can you respond?
I'm here, Mom Bridget.
Okay. Can you please respond in terms of the recordings? I know her network is very bad. But I think she will be downloading. I think what she does, she sends it on in like more group. She sends it on the group and then you can access it.
Okay. Will it be
How
were in a group or
how were the first ones?
No, we haven't received any.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, no, it's fine. I'll follow up. I'll just put here Ashley, all recordings.
All right. Okay. She just replied saying she will send a link on the group for the recordings.
Wonderful. That's good. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Ashley. All right. I can't seem to get to the thing. I'm just checking my TQA report. Let me just check at the bottom there. Assessor details, portfolio evidence. I think when you go through on your ETQA, it gives all the information and the processes and stuff like that. I think you'll be giving feedback to the assessor also based on that as well. Assessment approved, yes or no. Yeah, I think the ETQA moderation report part would actually give the details in terms of the feedback that needs to go to the assessor. Because it says that it's now required to provide feedback, advice, and support to the assessor. You follow the instructions below. Set up and conduct a confidential meeting with the assessor. In the meeting, the moderator must discuss the outcomes of the moderation in a confidential manner. Can you see they refer to specific outcome? Provide advice that promotes assessment principles and facilitate a common understanding of issues relating to the assessment. You suggest possible ways that the assessor can use to develop himself in the future. Remember, after each and everything, there is a review. So when you go back and you review your assessment or you review the moderation, obviously from the review, that's where you determine in terms of how can I do something better in the future. Ne? So that is part of what the evidence that's required at the bottom it says. Ne? Yeah, which is part of the role play. Reporting, recording, and administering moderation. Remember, we spoke about it yesterday, which is task 4. Recording all the
Yes. So that's why I'm saying this is link all these things. It goes and record. Make sure that everything is recorded. But on that tool, the ETQA moderation report, definitely you will be able to record all that other information that is required on there. It's clear, Kira.
Just to confirm with you, Ma'am Bridget, task 1 to task 4. So you saying it refers to the moderation plan.
Task 1 to task 4, ne?
Mhm.
Yeah, refer to the moderation plan, ne?
Okay.
What you can do, I've seen maybe that when I assess some files, ne? Elena would sort of now put maybe on a piece of paper and say, task 1, plan and prepare for moderation. Then they will just give, let's say, on question 1, there in terms of the scope of the moderation usually comprises of this and that and that and that. And then from there, it says, find the attached moderation scope because it's there. And then they would write on top of the POE to say, see attached of confirmation of assessment, context meeting, find attached and completed observation checklist, but you must state that you have attached it. Does it
All
make
right.
sense?
Well noted. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then still,
ma'am. Okay.
task 2. Task 2, it says conduct moderation. Okay. Then you'd say maybe refer to the moderator's report, the report grade assessment instrument checklist, find attached completed candidate and assessor validation sheet. So you refer where those things are that you have attached them. Then if it's something that you need to write, you write on a piece of paper. When they say write or maybe give an indication of or explain, then you write that, you attach it on as a piece of paper. Does it make sense? But all your tasks, they go back to those attachments that Daisy gave you.
Okay. All right.
You just tell them where they are and where to find them. And if it's not there, you write it on a piece of paper, you put it in the folder.
Okay.
It's clear, Ker?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Let's say we can go task 4. I'm just going to make an example. Maybe on there, you're going to refer maybe to the moderation report for the ETQA. Remember, as I said, ETQA and assessor report. Remember, I spoke about that now. And then maybe you're going to say maybe on number 2 that your moderation records that have been developed will be maintained in accordance with the organizational quality assurance and ETQA requirements. And so you just state that because there it says explain, then you can explain, you write it on a piece of paper and you answer. Maybe number 3, number 2 and 3, you answer on a piece of paper and that's it. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah, I'm fine. I just keep on muting myself because there's a lot of noise outside.
Oh, okay. No, as long as you hear and you can understand what we all about. Ne?
Yes. Okay.
Now, the confirmation of assessment context meeting the minutes, because I heard Daisy said you were going to do that as well. The minutes.
She said, I think if I still recall, she said we must refer to the minutes from the mock evidence, if I'm not mistaken. I'm standing to be corrected though.
You need to have minutes. Remember, if you hold even you refer, ne? But then you need to have minuted minutes to say these were minutes held, and then from there you have your assessor signed, you have your candidate signed, you have your moderator signed. So it go like the assessor o sana ka red, moderator o sana ka green, Lena o sana ka black. Actually, made believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, but those, you must have those minutes. You refer, but then you have your minutes.
Okay.
Hey. It's a sense. Are we all clear? Guys?
Yes, Ma'am Bridget. It's
We
clear,
can
loud
hear
and
you, Ma'am
clear.
Bridget.
For now.
Okay, now I think
So-
the moderation, the moderation plan, moderation, preparations, I think those we've discussed yesterday, all those papers, all those are done, discussed with you yesterday. We are all cool with it, done and dusted with. Then if all those are done, they would come back to your other activities. Now I'm going to moderation checklist done. I think I'm just how many moderation plans did Daisy say you need to do? 2 or 3 or what?
No, she didn't say how many.
I think because you do, remember you're doing 2 mock. So you've got 2 mock evidence. So I just want to check something. Hold on a sec for me.
Ma'am Bridget,
Hello.
I'm not sure if I understand the question correctly, although it's clear. Ma'am Daisy, ubetena because of mock evidence, we're gonna do 3 mock evidence 1, but nakona we were doing ama decisions, so that's what she spoke about. 3 for mock evidence 1, 3 for mock evidence 2, ama decisions for ama plan biganga indicate.
Okay, all right. So I'm asking obviously 3-3, ne?
Yes.
All right. I think you need to do 2 moderation plans, ne? Which is all those documents, ne? For
Okay.
yes, as it to one with all those documents, lezo, ne? Those 18 pages, an 18-page thing, ne?
Mhm.
You do twice. Yeah, when you flew right.
It's you. I'm actually even on bed, like.
So, Ma'am Bridget, you're saying we do 2 with different learners.
Yeah, I want to check something. I want to confirm something. Remember, as I said, it's a long time that I did this, but if I can remember, I think we were doing it twice. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 2 for two different learners. Yes, for 2 different learners. 2 different learners. And 2 different assessors. Remember, we've got Smith and we've got Mutliaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do for one for the other assessor and the other one for the other assessor. So 2.
Okay.
It's one of and the same information. It's just for you to get information from your mock evidence and from your assessor decision. If you have all that right, this moderation plan will also go in correctly. Because the information that you have on here, it's the same information that will come from your
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, did she then, so it means these ones then, because we've done that, it's done and dusted with it's closed. And then the assessor, did she explain in terms of what is it that you need to do? Like, was it you, Amanda, that were saying that she said we must do 3.
The first 3 is in respect
Yes.
of mock evidence 1, and the second 3 is in respect of mock evidence 2.
2.
Okay, so assessor decisions, those ones are actually explained. She did explain to you. Okay, in terms of information that is required. Let's say I'm looking at assessor decision 1.
Yes, we did.
Not only did she explain, but we did
Worked on
in
them.
class. We even did them in class. I'm sure we are only
Mm.
left with one for the mock evidence 1 and 2 for a mock evidence 2. That means we are only left with 3. We've done 3 already. Or others, maybe they are finished. Now I'm almost done.
Mm.
The other guys, are you done with that one as well or not?
Yeah,
The
we worked on
Uh, For me, I'm not done yet
I'm left
because
with 2. Mm.
Left with how many?
I'm left with 2. Mm.
How long does it normally take you to do that? Because I think, you know, certain things when after work, especially with us ladies, we've got children, we've got to cook, we've got to do that. And it becomes a bit difficult for you to actually do certain things. So now normally when I do a physical training, I get certain activities done in class so that when you go with your homework, it's only this, and that, and that, and that, but most of the other things are done. Did Daisy give you time to do such things in the class?
Yes, like we did three of them we did in class actually, and then the other 3 were our homework, which in my case, like I'm saying, I'm working on. I did 1. I'm left with the other 2.
Oh, okay. So 3 she told you to do, she actually took you through on how to do it. And then
How to
3,
do it.
she told you how to do the others. Then she said the other 3, then you can do homework.
Yes.
Do as homework, yes.
Yes.
So now, Kimba, who finished all 3? If not, maybe I can.
No, I haven't. I'm almost. I'm not done.
I mean, I haven't finished them, Ma'am Bridget, because when they were doing it in class, my internet dropped because of load shading. So I had to reconnect with the generator. So when I come back, they were already finished. So I'm waiting for the recording so that I can recap and start doing all of them. It won't take me long because I know how to do them since I did the first 2 with the class.
How will this be? Let's say now, because Thokozile and Amanda were there, ne? And then we say now it's nearly 10 to 10. If we say between, let's say 10 to 10 and the time you come back from tea, do you think you'd have, it's not a lot of information there, ne? It doesn't take that long, does it, Amanda?
No, it doesn't.
So if let's say I say maybe now, because I don't know, I come to rebel a lot of homeworks, and you end up not even doing them. So some, if you are able to do it during the class period, then it's okay. Then you know you've got little just to finish those other case studies. Because also this 18-page thing for you to fill in, it's also a bit of time, Nyana. So if some we can do in class together, you know, with you helping each other, then at least then we know how it will be done. What do you think?
No problem.
Well understood. Yeah, no problem.
So now maybe before we can actually continue to check these other ones and stuff, then if I can say maybe, because if all these things are answered, the ETQA moderation reports are done, and these assessment decisions, let's say a lot of your work, or it actually, it will be just closing gaps here and there. So can we maybe now to say, I'm going to drop now, at least from now 10 to until 4:15, then you'll try and finish those mock thingy, and then you have tea, 10:30, we'll check and see exactly how far have you gone. Mara ke kopa as belief is ka ha ke re are stopping now e be le hore lona o mong o checka gore yo kana I'm working from home Thabiso was alarm for am thing with zoom dog. I agree we are still in class.
Yeah, we're in class.
I know when we work from home, we It's a challenge. Ne?
Bridget, in all of things you ucabanga ngomdoko mpela ekuseni kangaka.
It's
Yasilambisa.
So obviously, mhlawumbe umntana akakadli umdoko. So now, yo, this discussion, I think English umdoko ngespeed, I'll go back to class. Mina nginikeze ukuthi for you just to quickly do amalento yenu ngespeed nyana. They assess decisions and nisizaneni and stuff like that. Because I think laba bayenzile, what you can do, you can still stay on the line and say, let's take number 1. Have you all done number 1? If you, let's say you say number 1, you took P. Smith. Then what did we find on P. Smith? You find that you need into a ne? And you go to a strategy number 2. Okay, number 2, who did it's still P. Smith? P. Smith, see, utate udube, ne? Udube, and then from there, what did we find? Ay, lana, niyapala, niyandlula. Ne? You can still help each other. Remember, it's an open thing, and it doesn't mean ukuthi ubani ukope kubani. Does it make sense?
Ma'am
That's how,
Bridget, you know what you are saying right now, it's actually what we were doing yesterday. Ma'am Days would give us an opportunity ukuthi na log off, and then now we would stay on our own, and then siqhubeke siyenza while it's also being recorded. So it was just a discussion amongst ourselves as students, siyenza on our own.
yeah.
And then should come back and rectify where we but in
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's also the best thing. You discuss amongst yourself and
Yeah.
say, what did we find? Whatever. Then yes, because that's how you also remember. Even in assessment, they say it is sometimes you are required to have more than one assessor. You understand? Actually, assessing one POE, because at least it would give you more insight, and also in terms of interrogating the POE, it will help you and understand it properly.
I suggest we do that. Charity and Ma'am Tozi, I think it would be best if we stay online and then we go through it together as a team. Especially Charity was not connected yesterday, so it would be a good recap for him as well.
Yes, that's so true.
Okay, can we say we can meet at 10:30? Or do you want 11 o'clock maybe at least?
10:30 is best, because with electricity, the earlier we do things, the better.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that we can save time. We don't know what will happen to one of us in the next
Wonderful.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, let's then, I'm gonna log off. Let's then meet at 10:30.
No problem.
Ma'am Bridget, you are the one logging off. Till now we are continuing. Am I correct?
Continue, Mina. I'm just coming out. You need to continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until 10:30. What about
Until
our tea time?
Umdoko, ma.
Umdoko is important. I'm taking medication.
Yeah, umdoko is very important.
Extend it a bit because of tea.
It's already 10 o'clock. Can we not go for our 15 minutes break
Should
now?
we say 11
And then
o'clock?
my colleagues will come
Or
back at
2:15?
2:15. Ma'am Bridget, I can't hear you. Hello?
No,
Hi,
I'm
Amanda.
listening to you.
Oh,
I'm listening to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying let's have it's almost 10 o'clock. Let's have our tea break from 10 until 10:15. Me, Charity, and Ma'am Togozile, we come back at 10:15. We do all of the assessor decision, all of them from 1 up to 6. We recap, we do everything. Ma'am Bridget, you come at 2. We give you another 30, you give us 30 minutes. And then we should be done. And then when you just be correcting where necessary.
Okay, no problem.
I'm just suggesting.
If the team is okay with it, let's do that.
No, I second Amanda's decision.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Sister Ozile?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you very
10
much.
then, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
All right, let's get our umdoko.
Later then.
Okay, it's being recorded now, Ma'am Bridget.
No. I just sort of now went through there and sort of I tried to do it, so it allowed me to do it. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. So in terms of that top section, ne? It's all the yeses because the method of assessment and everything that is in terms of what the person is saying, it is definitely appropriate for the learner, and it is definitely fair, manageable, ne?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
as it is discussed in the minutes and in the meeting, so we say that yes, that was appropriate. That is in terms of your comments, but you write your comments the way you want to write them. But the comments are based on your yes approved. Want to say yes. In terms of method of assessment and the method, whatever, yes, we say appropriate, it's fair, it's integrated into learning, and it is manageable. That's your comment. Young one.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am Bridget,
Yes, ma'am.
Electricity is hamba this side to 12. I'm gonna have a problem with e-network. I'm just letting you know, just in case
Okay.
it kicks me out.
All right.
And mine as well. But
Yeah, uyabona nawe ufana nomngani wami laphana sibuya ngapha we are disadvantaged asina generator ucharity advantaged ne.
yeah.
He's the only one advantaged.
Mhm.
Ma'am Bridget, I told you ngihlala emabhebs.
Eh?
When Nana,
I told you, Ma'am Bridget, ngihlala emabhebs nje na.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, are you done
Ngiyadlala.
writing?
Yeah.
I'm done with my comment.
Okay.
I just wanted to find out one item, if it's worth raising here. Like you say, we're looking at this against what is on the criterion page in terms of these things being appropriate. I'm seeing where the assessment criteria are recorded. We have AC1 and AC2,
Yes.
AC3, and then we have ACR. Should they correspond line to line, or should that ACR doesn't seems to be floating?
Let's go back to page. Give me the page.
Page 10.
Or when you looking in, you're comparing it with the unit standard.
The unit standard, yes. I'm not sure if that's worth considering at this stage.
SO, you referring to SO2?
The what you call the assessment criteria, like AC1.
Under SO?
Your page.
Which AC is it under? Which SO?
SO1,
SO3.
SO1.
SO1, AC what?
I'm saying
ACR.
you have AC1, you have AC2, you have AC3, and then you have ACR. I don't see any ACR. In page 10, there seems to be.
I think that's a typo error as well there. They put in an R.
Okay.
It's just an AC.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't have ACRs, ne?
Oh, so we'll just compare them against the.
Yeah, no, but if you browse through, you'll see quick that, oh, okay, at least he's taken whatever, you know, that. So at least from just looking at it, you can see that at least he's taking the information from the Yes. So now
the
we're saying
standard.
that he is actually using the correct assessment tool based on what? What is required from what? The unit standard.
The unit standard. Okay.
Yes. Remember when I explained in terms of where the questions come from?
Yeah.
Can you remember that?
Yes.
I said, where do we get the questions that we create here?
From the assessment guide. Okay.
I said the ACs.
The-
If I
Yes.
have to actually mark you, or if I have to ask you a question, you need to demonstrate understanding of outcome-based assessment. But then how do I do that? How do I know that you can demonstrate? Now I'm going to sort of now look at my AC.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm
On
going to
page
say,
17, they are there.
Yeah. Mm.
Can you
And,
see, even when you check on page 10, it still copies the very same thing. Ne? So you can see that, okay, I'm going, for me to be able to demonstrate that, I should be able to do all those ACs. If the questions come from all those ACs, all the 5 ACs, I will be able to demonstrate that I understand outcome-based assessment. Does it make sense?
yeah.
So now we can see that at least the instrument and the method that he said he's going to use, it's there, it's right. I can.
Cool.
Yes. Now we look now in terms of the evidence. Now you're going to tell me did you actually see any evidence that is valid, that is current, authentic, sufficient, consistent, fair, and construction. Did you actually see any evidence here?
I
can't see anything here.
What have you seen going through your mock evidence, going through your POE?
Oh yeah.
I can you were discussing this mock
Yes.
evidence.
There isn't.
Comma. No,
There is
nothing.
no.
Can I say something if I'm correct? When I'm going through this mock evidence, there is evidence for gimme. Yeah, but lapaya when they say la ati utole 100% con.
Page 25.
It's also part of the evidence, isn't it? Because naya bamtika. I think we were even discussing it yesterday, this question paper. Isn't it part of evidence? Page 25, 26.
Yeah, I'm going there.
That is a question paper. 27, 28. Is that not evidence?
Page 25. Ne?
Down there, pants assessment paper. As much as there's information missing, but Ma'am Bridget?
Yes.
As much as there's information missing, but that is evidence, there is a question paper that was distributed to the learner. And this evidence shows which utikile, I don't know if it is part of the evidence now.
Mamela, we were giving you, we were doing it, documents, planning and everything else. Okay. Utika la piana abo yes and no.
Yes.
Evidence yakona iguphi.
Okay. So this is the assessor's evidence, not the candidate's, the learner's evidence.
Ukhumbula ukuthini? Wena moderator uthola POE, like POE aba le niyenza manje. Ne? Yona le niyenzayo le manje POE yenu. It's going to Ashley, or maybe it's coming to me. I assess it. Ne? Mangiqeda we assessor. Upuseletso, who is the moderator, or either me, depending on who also assessor. My assessor Ashley, when it comes to me, I moderate looking at the POE and what the assessor assessed.
Okay.
So
Okay, I think
I cannot just have that report layer. Yes,
Yeah.
no. It's yes, it's there. And then I say, man, EPO in it, but where is it? Ute ID corner, it will be because angiboni. Utama qualifications are corner, it will be because they are not there. So that is what you are looking at as a moderator.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
I understand. I get it now.
Ne?
Okay, I get it, Ma'am Bridget.
All right.
So it's a no.
So it's a no. So Ilena ithole 100%, mar angazi uyithola kanjani. Ilena ayisayinanga, ayibhalanga next. So sine ghost lena ebayibiza bathi uDube. Thola igama lakhe ephepheni ngalibhala. So there's nothing, there's evidence that's showing that it's valid. And there's nothing showing as current, nothing showing as authentic, nothing showing as sufficient. I don't see any consistency because I can't actually, I can't any documentation. Right.
There's nothing, yeah.
Lutho.
In terms of fair construction, yes, maybe we can say yes, based on that instrument layer. Yes. Let that in terms of a construction, yes, we can say yeah, because at least he said that is the instrument that is he's going to use, even though akasinikezanga yona. So the construction of an instrument, yona, yes, it is okay. Siyayibona. But where is the evidence? Aguna next.
Ma'am Bridget.
Yes, sir.
Into fair and construction, if you're referring to that assessment method instrument, I'm not sure if, okay, I just realized okay, it's fine.
Right now.
My question is invalid. I just realized something else.
Okay. So are we sharp?
Yes.
Good. But move over. Move over. Okay, moderated. I need to moderator. Ne? Assessment plan and assessment instrument moderated prior to assessment taking place. Have you done that? I need to see which is it is what you're supposed to do actually. I need so no more but it is supposed to be there.
Done.
Eh?
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be yes. It's a cost-effective one because I'm going to say the EPOE. I'm an assessment method, suitable, manageable, cost-effective, as we spoke. And then I'm a CCFOs. Ne? Assigned to the unit standard and qualification are addressed appropriately. It confirmed that the CCFOs. Who days we explain what is a CCFO?
What is that?
I was about to ask myself.
We are about to ask, what is that?
Hey, I see any good unit standard. It's critical cross-field outcomes. I see begin unit standard here.
Page one, the unit standard.
CCFO stands for critical cross-field outcomes, ne? As big unit standard, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go page 22.
Page 20.
More evidence, ne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, page 22 at the bottom.
So now it says Confirm that the CCFOs assigned to the unit standard and qualifications are addressed appropriately. Do you think more layer mock evidence, you can actually identify those? Can you confirm if those are actually addressed?
I think that's our problem is using
No.
thinking. No.
Demonstrate is there.
Yeah, you should be able to identify and solve problems. You should be able to work effectively with the team. You should be able to organize and manage oneself. You should be able to collect, analyze, organize, and critically evaluate information gathered. How would you see that if these are addressed?
No, there's no information, so it's a
There's
no.
no evidence, but because there is no evidence, to apply.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Like,
Imagine you can understand Gucci Hamaganjan.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a chain.
Okay. Now, uzo comment again, lapo, you put in your own comments based on your information or if in terms of evidence. I imagine we're actually looking at evidence. It is still yet to be done because that was a pre-assessment meeting given to them for the minutes and whatever. But that's a comment. Yeah. If it is. Are you done?
Not yet.
Okay.
I've wrote points.
I'm done.
Togo, done?
Yeah, done.
Amanda?
I'm done, Ma'am Bridget.
Wonderful. Okay, now. So continue on it.
Okay.
Assessment process. The assessment process overall is systematic, openness. Manje senza nisipeka manje as we go back to I think everything you go we beg like we mock evidence yeah.
Right.
Yebo.
Right.
Yebo.
So now see as it begin I started putting my minutes when but anyway let's look at the minutes ne? So we had a facilitator, a assessor, we had Dube, whatever, which is fine. Ne? And introduction, we introduced Seal and everything, provided some personal details pertaining to her own personal background, which is fine. We support it, but it's not written. Ne? And then he gave a short summary of his career and explained where he fits in at a provider. The assessor introduced the evidence facilitator. The candidate was given an opportunity to introduce herself in the same manner. The assessor asked the candidate a couple of questions pertaining to her general interest, background, and informal discussion of the candidate's general family welfare followed. Yeah, but not at least in terms of our minutes, it was actually a follower is right.
Right.
While niggas and her background of the assessment. Ne? The assessor provided the details regarding the assessor course which the candidate attended during April, explained to the candidate why it is necessary for her to do an assessment. The assessor shortly explained to the candidate how the national qualification framework was formed and the importance of creating equal standards for all people in each specific job to ensure quality. it was explained to the candidate that should the unit standard to which he is being assessed be approved, that he could be assumed as competent as anyone in South Africa who qualified on the same standard. The assessor then motivated her choice of the specific candidate, explaining why he would be ideal for the assessment. We are going to at least explain it.
Exactly.
Can you see that? And
Yes.
told even the learner the expectations and what the practical assessments are all about. A hard copy of the assessment plan was handed to the candidate. The candidate was handed the barriers of assessment checklist to indicate special needs, the documents. You see, those were given, but they are not written and not for all. Maybe the learner did, but then it's the evidence is not there. We can't see that. Yeah, but so our minutes says it all. But where's the evidence?
Ayikho.
Yeah, but all additional documents was given, the assessment guide, the unit standard, specific outcomes, copies of the assessment documents and answer sheets, the checklist, emergency procedures, yeah, but everything, appeals procedure, everything was given to the learner, but then no evidence was actually given to the moderator to actually make sure that the minutes talk to what was done. You haven't doing sure.
Yes.
So now, you're into any bhegayo, which no matter when's a logo, do we have that now? So now the process and everything, it was explained, I think everything lapo is right. Ne? Even though qualification achievement, did the learner complete or work towards unit standard in terms of the rules or whatever? As it, so we say it's no, but everything else it's a yes.
So your qualification achievement is a no.
Yeah, I'm going to lapo. When do you see? Want any completed work?
No.
Yeah. So those answers, you answer them based on what you see.
Yeah, okay.
And now check out Uguchini. Yes, ama minutes are corner. They tell us what was done, what was explained in preparation for the assessment.
Yes.
But is the evidence there? No, we only see what? The minutes. Because if ever the learner was given the forms, the learner is supposed to fill the forms as the assessor is as part of the evidence that, yes, we have discussed, here's the evidence of the discussion.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
So that's part of that's your other part. Now they are flipper over. Assessments of learners in group. Your mock evidence at the back. I think some towards the back. I'll tell you the page. Page 29.
Yeah.
If you see before page 29, page 26, if you look at those things, ne, and the questions are asked, ne, where the assessment criteria and the test items, then the assessor mentioned that yes, is non-reference assessment a good example for outcome-based? Yes. Can learning that has taken place outside traditional learning context be recognized for accreditation? Yes, because if ever the provider is accredited and you're using a unit standard, it will definitely be what? Accredited. Yes. So now he was saying yes. And in terms of preparation for assessment and logistics, do logistical requirements influence the method of assessment to be used? No, because if everything was given and in terms of the logistic where assessment will take place, show minutes, then nothing is influence assessment badly. Yes. So now on page 29, the course was presented at TMP Primos, which is the premises.
Yeah.
And then so normally a peer veterinary assessor. Now, what's so nice? Wabona ka mo le itseng? Webinar ke mang?
Facilitator.
Mamel, get you on page 29. Who's the facilitator?
Webinar and the assess.
Here, webinar, ne?
Yes.
Who's the facilitator on your minutes?
It's Thomas. C. Thomas.
Yeah. So what are you saying? What is this telling me?
The information given is wrong.
The letter, this one on page 29 says, we have got 14 learners, ne,
Yeah.
that attended. And then we've got like a facilitator who was peer webinar and assessor. So he's saying that peer webinar is a facilitator and assessor. And then it's what on the very same unit standard, assessor training. So those are your comments that you put in. How is that?
Mm.
Does it make sense? Such comments for what have you actually established? Letter, the venue was yes at TPMPA, the 14 learners. The 14 learners, yes, I see that the list of the learners Kimole, ne? And then the facilitator is peer webinar and assessor. But then why did you say P. Smith is the assessor? So those are the kind of questions that you question yourself, or you say, or maybe there were two facilitators. One was co-facilitating with him. Two assessors, yes, whereby if when you read in your books, it says it is recommended sometimes to have two assessors. It's not a problem.
Yes.
Ne? Because if you are two, you are able to actually assessment, understand no, but in terms of this outcome-based assessment and outcome-based learning, I tshwanele go sekolo mo leng gore ba batla gore ha ba itse ngwala Bridget o bo ngwala Brigade o bo o wrong, ne? So more outcome-based. How what's the Brigade? He wants a Bridget. But it's how the person I sound what's Bridget. So now are we too much of spelling errors? Recheck the understanding. Because we want the person to be able to go and what? And perform and use the information learned, not to check or ospeti libitsola motho wrong. Ba itse libitsola motho ke mang a ngola Brigade. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
So now, mock evidence yes. Learners in a group assessment process. Is there evidence of plagiarism that is learners copy from each other or copy directly from the book showing that is not learners' own work or interpretation? Did you see that?
There's no evidence.
So it's a no.
Assessment tools. We didn't have a group work, so it's
Now
a no.
the assessment tool get in. What's the assessment tool?
Question, isn't it?
What's the assessment tool?
Not the question, is it not the questions?
The question paper, the memo.
So did you see anything there?
No.
Did you see any evidence that was provided, which was clear and relevant to the topic?
No.
Huh?
No.
Did you see the evidence when?
No, there's no,
okay.
the evidence is not there, but there's
that 100%. Okay. Where's that page?
100%, but did you sit into the exams? How was no evidence? How was no any question and you answer sheet? How make it opacity 100%?
Okay, yeah, makes sense now. All right, there's no, it's a no,
Mhm.
it's a no.
Remember, there cannot be smoke without any fire. There must be a fire for a smoke to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
okay.
when no graduate 100% do not someone like exam.
Yeah, ki ghost.
So kid knows again.
Yeah, ki ghost.
So then it means then why it's a more and a was this also discussed in the meeting? If nothing in the meeting was discussed in terms of this, wakino.
Ki ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, learner support and guidance available. Now, auto check a handle for mole, ki ing ele gore uba feel. I can go about body policies, body whatever. If that was given, which is fine. You
Sorry,
check
ma'am,
on
Bridget.
page 7.
Oh.
Assessment guide. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am, Bridget, did we comment on the assessment of learner in group?
Eh?
Did we comment on assessments of learners in group?
Man, I will comment that knows how. And then look at the meeting how if that was never discussed, it was never even discussed in the meeting.
Oh, because I can
How
already.
when we're not rating, then you can write yes. Those were not given. However, the meeting states that that was discussed. But if not, no, not even discussed in the meeting. It was never touched.
All right, okay, we can carry on now. I wanted
Okay.
to find out
Now
if
you
we-
go to page 7
of the mock evidence.
of the mock evidence.
Okay.
Now you check your that document. Okay.
Mhm.
And then your answers on this learner support and guidance available. We'll check out those documents that are inside to say RPL policy. Do they speak about RPL? Yes.
Yes, they did.
Even though it's small.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. So okay, yes. Assessor registered for the unit standard qualification. Did they provide that?
No, it didn't.
Assessor registered for the unit standard qualification.
It didn't because we
I
didn't.
provide.
get the
So
register-
how to
yeah,
provide it registered? Okay.
yeah, so no.
Yeah. If it's a registered, it's a no. Assessment, RPL design policy and procedure exist.
Mm,
He appeals producer the
Appeals
practical
procedure,
assessment,
assessment strategy.
even more meeting, who did discuss it? Ne?
yeah,
Yes. And I think we discuss it happily unit standard. Even though half a register, but who discussed the registered unit standard that was discussed in the meeting on the minutes, it says yes.
Mm.
Yena Harifa proof. Yahuri. He is a registered assessor.
yeah.
But in terms of supporting the learner, it is stated on the minutes that about the policies, because how check the minister what did Kalusa and how check happily assessment guide thing. At least yadi Kenya Kamoha. Ne?
Yes.
Mhm.
So
The
anything Kiki assessment RPL instrument were pre-moderated. Did you Kimo clearing? No, not yet. Because I agree you were still going to do.
Right.
And I don't anything it was pre-moderated.
Where are we now?
On the learner support and guidance available.
Yes, I mean, what a bullet point are we doing?
Assessment strategy, I can also assessment plan, iteng, candidates
Yes.
preparation, readiness, I can look at the minuting. I can.
Yes.
Yes.
So all those he spoke about, the only thing I'm saying that in terms of assessment, the assessment instrument were pre-moderated. We can't see that if there was any pre-moderation of that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So the feedback from learners regarding our assessment RPL, check out the minister always refer to the minutes gore the information e leng wala mo e teng ko di minutseng kapa e teng ko any the guide e ba le fileng yona gore are they there. So hardly thing, at least you can see what yes, it's there. Or if it's Montana, yes, it was discussed in the meeting. So yes, in terms of learner support, all that was given.
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
So
Ma'am Bridget?
it's my own that.
Ma'am Bridget,
Yes, sir.
Amanda is asking if we can go lunch at 1. Was it 1?
Yeah.
And we come back at 2 so that she can join since electricity will be back at 2.
No, it's fine. What time do you normally knock off? 3 o'clock?
Yesterday we knocked off, I think, 2:30.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's okay still. 1 o'clock, it's fine.
Okay.
So, oh, Amanda, you know?
Yeah, she dropped
The
since she's got
electricity,
load
Yeah, no,
shedding.
she did say she made 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You don't know, akuna problem. Or unless if maybe during the period na aling off, even lunch, na where she comes back and then we go back. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah,
maybe we
because
should
she's
do
saying
that
she's
so
gonna
that
be
she can
back
be-
at 2.
Oh, shucks, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, so electricity
No.
is gonna be.
Let's continue. I think you
until-
because I think she broke Monterly busy bua, at least something is actually came.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ne?
and
Yes.
there's also the recordings if we can just get
Yes.
this part.
Okay. All right. Can we then move over?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Now it says the type of evidence used, marker with an X on the appropriate boxes. Ne? It was a direct one.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one is the
Direct, I see indirect. It's not supplementary, it's not historical. I would say anything I would say anything is supplementary. It was just direct. I get really straight.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, list the questions, if any, for which you had to request a remark or a review. Explain why this was done. Is there anything that was given there?
No,
No.
Did you see anything?
No.
we don't have
Nothing, ne?
question paper.
Yes.
Okay, then it's none. Amendments to the marking memorandum?
We don't have a memorandum,
No,
so
don't have
So
it.
it's not applicable, ne?
none. Yeah. We don't have the assessment
No,
tools.
it's not applicable
Yeah.
because there's no memorandum. So there's no, imagine there's no, how do you get a memorandum without a question paper?
No tools.
Doesn't make sense, ne?
Not at all.
Okay, now we go to part C. Workplace assessment evidence. Assessment instruments show evidence that is valid, current, authentic, sufficient, and consistency.
Did
Do
we
you
have
see,
workplace?
did you find any workplace assessment evidence in this mock evidence?
No.
No.
Because that nothing was actually submitted, ne?
Yes.
And then your comments, then obviously then nothing. Nothing was approved, nothing that was supplied, or nothing was done. Nothing is done. So how do you approve something that's not there? Ne?
Right.
Yeah.
Workplace assessment process. The assessment process overall is systematic, open, consistency, and reliable.
So no. We don't have any workplace evidence.
You don't have any workplace evidence.
Yeah.
So I get certain things that you just read and say, is it supplied? Did I find it in there? So was it discussed? because nakong kuro gore ba re, I will give in the meeting we discussed that I will give Thokozile you know the document for her to do the workplace. So there in terms of that, yes, it was not it's not reflected, however it was discussed that the learner will be given for the learner to go and do. If there's any way where it states that workplace evidence is this or whatever or then at least we know what we're talking about. Okay. But
Yes.
if we didn't find anything, then everybody knows. Internal moderator overall comments. I mean, if it's a house, you're stuck.
Mhm.
But Ashley keeps going and
Yes.
coming back. Network is
So-
very bad, I know.
We sign here. Approved or
Eh?
not approved. This is not
No,
approved.
you must sign. I can request a moderator.
I'm
When
not
you're going to
approving
put
this,
in your
Margaret.
in assessment approved, you can say yes, I did. Overall comments by moderator, and then ukana whatever remarks with the ratanga thing, wasaina, wala date, wala everything else.
Also,
not in-
I'm
I'm not endorsing this.
Yeah,
also the signature and date also in green pen.
yeah, also in green pen.
I'm not endorsing this, Ma'am Bridget.
Hmm?
That one.
I'm not endorsing this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I can yes, or yes. How highly know why are we endorsing that? I can get test, but I was not wrong, mommy. So mo ki wena mo. So that is your one. As a moderator, are you endorsing that the learner is definitely competent, or maybe the assessor did the things right correctly? So that's you there. So that page here, how can E2K. So now when you do the second one for mock 2, you follow the very same process that we did. It clear again?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Because you're going to do 2 ETQA moderation report, one for the other one, then the second for mock 2.
As Fetamo, okay. The provider is allowed to reapply. But they do
That's
that
how
when
you do your ETQA moderation report. Any questions on that?
So it's based on on whatever the presence and absence of information in the mock
That's been given to
evidence.
you.
Ah.
Yes. So meaning that you need to go check your internal model, your mock evidence. Go through it. We check okay, what is there? What is it that's supplied? What is not supplied? You know, you can just go in, check, and say, all right, then you start answering them. Okay, that was supplied. That was given. That was written. That was discussed. This was the woman. Then you mark based on the evidence that you have. You cannot moderate on nothing. So if nothing was given, it's nothing. You're just going to say not provided, no, nothing, yes, there, no, yes, here. So your ETQA moderation report is based on what is available on your mock evidence.
Okay.
Are we sharp?
For now.
This has helped.
Eh?
Saying this
So what you were
has
saying?
helped. I'm saying this has helped.
It has helped, ne?
Mm,
Okay. Yeah, when I leave the now, yeah. How?
Ma'am Bridget,
Okay, so now
can I-
then your ETQA moderation report, the second one you do based on what? On your second mock evidence, okay?
yes,
right.
Ne?
yes.
Yeah.
Can I tell you who to blame with the now, Ma'am Bridget?
Who?
Amanda.
Why?
She started this.
Which one?
Amanda started this effect here now.
Oh, okay, all right.
But she has so sparingly used it that you own the.
Yes, now Cherry is the one that's owning it.
Since
Yeah.
today she's sick, so I have to like continue with the legacy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So now, can you see now that if all these things are done, you guys will be done.
Yeah.
Hey, so maybe for now, before Tandega comes back, maybe just the two of you can maybe just try and discuss the mock evidence, the second one. And
yeah,
then just try and get the understanding on this, even if you don't write it or whatever, just try and go through it and understand it together. And then from there, identify things there. Even if you write, it's okay. And then when Amanda comes in, then we can quickly just close the gaps with her. And then from there, information can be shared and then we can leave. Because by the time she comes in at 2 and at 2:30, we close. It's only 30 minutes. I think that the 30 minutes that she will be back, we can just give her what has been done and what has been discussed. What do you think?
no problem.
Yeah, maybe the two of you now can just interrogate mock number 2 based on what we were doing here.
Okay, yes, true. Okay.
Between now and 1 o'clock before lunch, before lunch.
Okay.
Ne?
Okay.
Online, I won't go off. I'll still be online.
Online, it's fine.
Yeah, just the two of you discuss and interrogate the mock evidence number 2 based on this. The second ETQA, then you know, Hantori, when you have to write that ETQA, what information have you gathered? You can even highlight it, or you can, put a pencil on it or whatever to say this is the information that's been gathered. So if we do it together, this is how we do it, or if we do it now, we do it and then we share it with Amanda.
Okay.
Okay, now the online. You can scream if you want me, but I'm here. So the two of you can continue.
Okay.
For the 30 minutes, then?
Right.
Can I just quickly run to get water? And I'll be back. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Cool. He's just going to get water quickly.
Eh?
He's just going to get water.
Oh, okay.
Mam Thokozile?
You're back? Okay.
Yes, I'm back.
All right, I think let's just go through the document from the beginning. I was checking to see if we have the name of the training provider. First, I see that what was it, the assessor and the candidate from the same, they seem to be from the same company. So I'm not sure if the provider and the assessor, if Pauli is the provider of this training.
Let me just see also.
Come in.
Ma'am Thokozile, I can see it's also not. Yeah, it seems like they're using the same company, because if you can look at their email, the same. Yeah. So for the training provider, which is Pauli. Pauli's. Do we have an accreditation number for them?
No, don't seem to have one.
Let's check.
Assessors pick for this. Organizational requirements. Instruction to the assessor.
Looks like the accreditation number is not provided according to the evidence we have here.
No. It's not.
It's not provided.
But the address seems to be there. That 1667 unit F.
Yeah, the address is there. 1667 unit F. The Boahomo.
Transport
Polokwane. South Africa.
And the telephone number.
The telephone number is 015-633-5008 and fax number is
015-5663.
33-5006. Email address. Do we have a training provider email address?
We don't have a contact name for this place.
No, we don't. Let's just check here. I want to check something quick. I think I see.
Because this information we're taking from the. This is assuming that these people are they are also the service provider.
Yeah, there is if in doubt, okay, never. There's Karabo, Leanne, and Helen Benners. I'm not sure if these are the contact people on page
Yeah.
6, the organization requirement.
Page 6.
Yes.
Uh, these are just you see, we can't assume that that is the
They are
what
the
you call-
contact,
Mm,
the
mm,
contact people. So let's just carry on with the information which we have here.
It
So we
doesn't
don't
say.
we don't have the email address of the company, not provided.
Mm,
Not provided. The name of the assessor, we've got Dennis.
Mutla. Mhm.
Do we have his registration? No.
No,
Do we have his ID number? No.
not provided. Telephone number, yes.
It's a 015.
Yeah. And the email address we have.
The email address is Dennis M at Powdies. And the moderator is me.
Mhm.
So that one we just skip because we know it's
You know,
so the qualification unit standards.
we'll put whatever we put in the mock evidence one.
Because this is not the same.
No,
Yeah, so it's outcome process incoming.
no, I'm just saying the moderator details will put the same details as what we put in the first one.
Yes.
Then when it comes to portfolio of evidence, the unit standard or qualification unit standard, what is the unit standard in this one?
The unit standard is process incoming and outcoming telephone.
Outgoing. Process incoming, outgoing telephone calls.
Yes, and outgoing telephones calls. And the type, is this a skills program? Yeah, I think it's going to be a skills program because it's not an RPL, it's not a FIAS. So let's put it as a skills program.
Telephone skills.
Hi, Lady Moo, shame.
Eh?
Lady Moo, I can't hear you.
You can hear,
Oh, okay, all right.
We're busy, ma.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear each other. Okay. Number of POEs. How many numbers of POEs do we have here? We've got interviewing,
Number of POEs and percentage.
we've got interviewing, We've got CC
CC
Dube.
Dube.
We've got Anneli Creel.
And then we have whoever, who's that?
I think it's Takalani or something.
Azwin
Mulaudzi.
Mulaudzi.
Yeah, so we've got 4.
Mm.
4 POEs. So we're gonna write their names down.
Mhm.
But Ntabi Singh Moloto. We've got CC Dube. We have Arjindi
Anneli Creel.
Mulaudzi. We only have space. Oh, okay. Anneli Creel. I think just want to confirm something here.
Azwin Mulaudzi. It's okay.
Was any special need identified in the sample of learner's portfolio? Do we have any special need? Then we have to go from.
What do we have here? Actually, let's start with that. What is this document? Page to the instruction to the assessor.
The first one.
Mm. Is it an assessment guide or what?
I think it's because when you look at it, it looks like minutes or what. And I think it's an assessment plan, something like that. Because these are the instruction to the assessor. But let's check.
It's like a guide on what the assessment is going to be about. We then refer
Yeah,
to
it's
the
like a
an
guide.
assessment. Mm.
So we don't have, I don't see any,
Assessment plan.
I don't see any, what to call this?
Oh, the assessment
dis-
plan.
Any special needs.
No.
So I don't see any special needs, so it's a no. It's none.
Yeah, like this, it's the in the planning for the assessment. Just say, ensure you put your learner at ease before assessment, and that's it.
Yeah. So are we okay? We agree on this. Are we
I
moving
don't-
to part B?
Part B.
Okay, let's see what part B has for us.
We'll just find out about this one. Part B.
Method of assessment, the method of assessment. Do we have the method of assessment here on this POE? No, it was not
This-
provided. I didn't see any.
No, they say this report, this part, well, part B is based is based on the evaluation of the assessment process, ne? And the assessment instrument and evidence evaluated.
Yes.
So do we have the assessment process?
We have the assessment method. Let's
Observation,
see.
product sampling, and written and oral.
So let's
But
check.
they say this is detailed in the assessment guide, but it means we don't have the assessment guide.
Okay, this report is based on the evaluation and the assessment of the assessment process, the assessment instrument, and assessment evidence evaluated against the information, the following principles. So we do have the assessment method.
Yeah. And then the assessment process in page 3.
Assessment method process in page 3. Yes, we do. So let's analyze the first one, the assessment method. So it says appropriate, suited to the outcomes being assessed, capable of gathering evidence in relating to the intended outcome. So from the assessment method, we have
observation and product sampling.
But if you look at it, observation, if you look at the assessment method, as a Q or 0, there's Q which is questioning, and then there's O which is observation. So
then there's a written
PS, which is product sample. And T,
no
which is
written.
uniform.
You have written product sample, and questioning. There's 3 methods that were used here.
Yeah. This one is a trick one. But is it appropriate to do it like this? Because we've got, okay, employer effective telephone.
This is the intended outcome.
But it doesn't say what assessment criteria they're covering. They just give us the specific outcome. Can you see? It doesn't give you the assessment criteria, and the question paper is formed from assessment criteria. So
assessment criteria, employee effective telephone ethic, interim communications. identify the explains code. I handle this question. What is this?
And it doesn't even give you what are the specific outcomes number. So it's not giving, it's not appropriate because it doesn't state. For me, it's not appropriate. It's not valid. It's not fair. It's not manageable. It's not integrated. It's for me, it's a no-no. I'm not sure if, but I'm stand to be corrected.
Where is the assessment guide?
So we do have the methods, but they're not.
They're just summarized.
Yeah, so they're not. They're very. They're very tricky to analyze them because there's no specific outcome number. There's no assessment criteria. We don't know where these questions are from or where they got them and all that. So for me, it's not appropriate. It's not fair. It's not manageable. It's not integrated. So it's a no-no for me. Unless if you've got a different perspective on this one.
Like I say, if we had a proper guide, I don't see here.
So it doesn't have a proper guide. So you agree with me when I say so no. Okay, no. The comment will be
See, and use assessment guide and organizational telephone policies and procedure to assess the evidence received from the learner.
Which page
Where are they? I'm reading page 3, where they are talking about the assessment process, the source of information for in the process.
Yeah. Okay, all the details
and use model answers as guideline to assess the learner's answer to knowledge questionnaire. And then we don't have the assessment guide, the assessment guide. Not
yeah. So let's go to assessment evidence. Do we have it?
assessment evidence.
Yeah, let me just see here. Is it valid? No. Okay. So we don't have any assessment.
Let's start with the Kubani who saying.
Yeah, we don't have it. We only have assessment plan and we have assessment.
Oh, there's the assessment guide for Ntabise. Is it not that what is reflected in page 12, in page 13? But no, because already there's observations. Employ effective telephone ethic answer telephones according to organizational standards. Processing incoming and out. What is this document on page 12 and on page 13?
It's assessment guide, assessment method of assessments, but it doesn't, it's like what we were discussing, that it doesn't give out the specific outcomes and the ACs, which are assessment criteria. Yeah, so the answer
Are
was
they
saying,
not in line with what is in this page? Are they not in line with what is in page 7? In page 8.
Page 8. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they are. They are. So it's a yes. So they are.
Just that they seem to have put everything all in the same document. They've given you the specific outcomes, they've given you the methods of assessment, but we don't have the questionnaire. We have they refer to the questionnaire, then question 1. We don't know how it was. We don't have the question and marking, what you call, what was asked of this person. He was asked questions. We don't have the activity sheet.
So this is
It's just I think it's
I think this goes on assessment evidence.
yeah.
The one which you just picked up now, I think it goes to assessment evidence
And
because
evidence.
yeah, it doesn't give us, it's not valid because we don't have it. So it's a no.
No.
Is it current? We wouldn't know because we don't have the evidence. Is it authentic? Is it we don't know because we don't have the evidence? Is it sufficient?
We don't know.
We don't have the evidence. Consistency?
All of these.
All of these are no because we don't have. Fair, we don't have because we don't have questions.
You see what they've done in the assessment, in what you would call the sort of assessment guide.
Yeah.
They have put the questions and they've put in questionnaire. You don't know what question they asked to determine if the learner demonstrated the understanding of this criteria.
Yeah.
But so without the question paper or the list of questions they asked, we are not sure if the assessment evidence is not there. We just have the guide with the results of the assessment.
And now a moderated assessment plan and assessment instrument and moderated prior to assessment taking place portfolio. We have an assessment plan for this, no?
Yeah, the assessment, yeah,
we do have that,
plan.
yes. So it's a yes.
Where is the assessment plan?
On page 11.
Page 11. Assessment plan, the organizational requirement, do we have them?
Organization requirement.
Because that's when it's part of what this is the assessment plan. They say see organizational requirements. Oh, it's this first.
We
document.
do on the page, the first on page 7.
Page 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Page 7. Okay. And then what is it cost effective?
Assessment method suitable, manageable, cost effective. No, okay, it's cost effective with the method suitable or effective. Assessment method. Yeah, I think it's cost effective because it covers all the angle. Yeah, of the summit, what assessment, what? Criteria, what to call this now? What's that word now? Covers all the specific outcomes.
Outcomes.
Yes. And then CCFOS, confirm that the CF was assigned to the unit standard and qualification are addressed. We don't know because we don't have the question paper.
Yeah.
So it's a no. No.
We don't know. There's no, you don't have the question paper. It was given to the student.
So the processes, assessment process.
Or the what you call the observation sheets. Mention here. Activity sheets, we don't have any question paper, we don't have the activity sheet.
Okay. Are we moving to the next one now?
Yeah, it's not true.
The assessment process. So systematic, ensure assessment that is fair, effective, repeatable, and manageable. So is it fair? I think it's fair because it stick on the specific outcomes. So for me, I feel like it's a yes. And open, transparent. But okay.
On paper, it's fair, but in practice, we don't know what.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But even on that one, which we're doing with Mom Daisy, we only checked on the assessment method. If it's fair, it's aligning with the specific outcomes. Yeah.
Outcomes.
Yeah, so I feel like it's fair, it's open and consistent and reliable. Yes. Resource allocation, workplace prepared for workplace assessment, required available, dispute handled. We don't know about this because we don't have workplace evidence here.
Evidence.
So it's a no. Type of assessment, was assessment for summative or formative? So do we don't know.
Don't know because
So it's a no. We're not given any evidence.
Evidence.
So learners respond. It's a no. We don't have
the evidence.
Qualification achievement. Did the learner complete or work? We wouldn't know because we don't have the evidence. Assessor report. Is the assessor report clear and relevant to the assessment? Do we have an assessor report?
Yes.
The feedback,
Yeah.
Feedback. But is it clear?
In fact,
Because it says
yes,
here, is the assessor report clear and relevant to the assessment? I feel like it's a no because we don't have the assessment.
yeah. Are we talking about the feedback report or are we talking about?
I think it's the feedback report because it's the assessor who's doing the feedback report.
Mm,
So yeah, it's yes, because it specify all the outcomes which were covered.
mm.
So that's done. The comment, we're gonna comment. We're moving to the next one.
Next one. Mhm.
The assessment of learners in group. Do we have anything that talks about the group?
No. Is this also applicable? Is the group aspect of it applicable here?
Hi guys.
Hi, Ma'am Bridget.
Ke le bona go mnate ke utlwe le ya vaya. Ke na ke lunch.
Oh,
Oh, konje. Oh, it's all right. Okay, re ya kana ko mang ka 2.
Ka shita hantse di vaya. Le ba le go le.
Yeah, Elena ke a thoma go utlwa no malala.
Lunch gene, so now I'll then log off. Ke tla stop the recording I guess.
All right, okay, re tla buya ka
Okay.
2.
Sure.
Okay, pa. All right. Nice.
Thanks. Thank you.